Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel, Goddess Yamaya. So I know a lot of you see that I changed my name. I changed it to Divine Mother Goddess Yamaya because there were a few young ladies or women who had my channel name. So I wanted to make sure that I differentiate myself from others. So I had to set myself apart and change my name. So I changed it, as you can see, to Divine Mother Goddess Yamaya. So now you know, in case you're wondering what happened to my name, that's what happened. So we're going to be talking about a topic. Our topic for today is going to be about the grass not being greener on the other side. I know a lot of people, they like to assume that, and they say that the grass is always greener on the other side, but that is always come out to be false. So we're going to be touching on that for the topic that we'll be talking about. But before we dive in and start speaking on that, I'm going to be using the Bible, my favorite Bible, to talk about Psalms of David, because it really resonated with me. I opened the Bible. I always open the Bible. I use Spirit to guide me to the best verse for me, or I use my inner self, Goddess Yamaya, and we just open the page and we figure out exactly what we want to talk about or what's going to help me on the day that I'm going through whatever I need to be addressed. So yesterday I found this verse last night, or this passage, and I wanted to touch on it and share it with you guys. It was basically about people coming against you and pretty much slandering your name, even though it's usually, bless you, baby, it's usually people who you love and that's you've been there for, who usually don't be back there for you when you need someone to lean on. You don't have a backbone or a shoulder to lean on or cry on. So I wanted to share this with you guys, and I wanted to let you guys know and lift you up on today that your motivation can be within me. Your affirmations of your self-worth could be within me. You are the most imperfect, perfect person to me. You are valuable to me. You are everything that they say you aren't. You are powerful. You are victorious. You are glorious. You are abundant. You are a tree of life. You can grow your wings. If they've been cut, they can grow back. You are an eagle. You can soar. So never let anyone try and deter you and make you feel like you've been unaligned and you're off track. You are on the right path of where you should be at your specific time in your life. So don't let anyone discourage you. Keep going, keep pushing, keep striving. You got this, okay? Don't give up. I'm not giving up. I'm not in my best times right now in life of what others may view as your best times in life, but I have my children. I have abundance within myself. I have health, so I have wealth. I wanted to say wealth, so I have wealth as well. So we gonna speak that into existence. It may not be in my pocket, but it is within me. So you guys have it as well. Remember that you have the best health if you speak that into yourself. Don't go out in this world telling yourself you're old, you're sick, you're dying. You are not. You are living. You are striving. You keep going. You can do this. Keep pushing, okay? I'm here to tell you that you can. Don't give up. I have 5 kids, and a lot of women, they might drive themselves crazy with their kids and say, how do you do it? I only have 1, I only have 2. But what helps me keep going and keep doing it is my perseverance, me looking at my children and knowing that they deserve the best in life, knowing that they deserve the best me. And so I try to keep giving them that, and I keep trying to show them that, because I'm all that they're really around, and I have to be their encouragement. I have to be the example that I want them to be. I want them to go out into the world and to teach people like yourselves and your children how to be leaders and how to be strong in their affirmations. And so it starts here with me. It starts today. It started yesterday, and it's going to continue to keep going. Our present leads into our future, and our children are our future. My children, you guys are all of my future, and I want you guys to be your best selves. I want you to be in your best conditions in your mind mentally, and you have to break those chains off of bondage that's keeping you held back. You have to tell yourself that you can keep going. You have to tell yourself that you can do it, that if she can do it, then I can do it, okay? And although some of us may be different in our strengths and what our belief systems are, but I want to tell you that I am a woman that has overcome many, many obstacles and many barriers that was meant to set me back and meant to keep me down. But I broke past them, and I'm going to continue to break past them. Never see yourself in competition. Believe that you are the competitor. You are the competition. It's only you in that race, and you have a race to win and beat. And the race towards what? The race towards your happiness. The race and your happiness should be the biggest goal, okay? Don't ever let it be focused on capitalism, focus on monetary things or materialistic things. Focus on making yourself happy, and all those things should be added onto you. Focus on wisdom. It should be added onto you during your race. If you pay attention and you take it in, you will be great, okay? I am great. I am greatness. And if you're listening to me, you're one of my children, you are great as well. All of you really are. But some of you guys, you choose to go astray. You choose other avenues, and you have free will. That's okay. But hopefully you find yourselves back to me and Yahuda and back to Jah Ra, and that you find peace at the end of that race. When you get there, you're going to go into another race, and that other race is going to be the fulfillment of yourself. You're going to fill your cups with happiness because it's already there. So keep pouring into it and keep adding onto yourself, okay? Your life will be prolonged. Believe it, believe it, believe it. It's all a mental thing. It's all right here, and it's all within you. You don't need to look outside of yourself and look for hope and affirmation in anyone else. I know you might maybe listening to me, and you might get some of your strength and growth from me, but look within yourself, because the answers is there as well, okay? So that's what we're gonna talk about. Some things like that. Just believing in yourself, okay? That's our affirmation for today. Don't let nobody discourage you. You are your own worst enemy, and you are your own best friend. So you choose to be what you want to be. You choose to decide what you want to believe in. It is all up to you. You got that power. Nobody else has it. So as I was saying, we were going to be talking about, we were going to be touching on the Psalm of David right before we get in and talking about the topic of the day, which is the grass is not green on the other side. Even though some of us have been led to believe that, that is definitely not the case. So we're going to be talking about that in a little bit, but I'm going to get right into this, so I don't want to hold you too much longer. So a Psalm of David, chapter 35, and we're going to start at verse 1. Plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me. Take hold of shield and buckler, and stand up for mine help. Draw out also the spear, and stop the way against them that persecute me. Say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. Let them be as a chaff before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them. For without cause they have chase them. Let their way, I'm sorry, I was going to skip to verse 7, but we're going to be on 6. So, as I was saying, let their way be dark and Let them be a chaff before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them. Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. For without cause they have hid for me their net in a pit. Without cause they have digged my soul. Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net that he hath hid catch himself, and let that very destruction let him fall. And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord, and it shall rejoice in his salvation. And all my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee, which delivereth the poor from him that is too strong for him? Yea, the poor and the needy from him that is spoileth him. False witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge without things that they knew not. For they rewarded me evil for good to the spoiling of my soul. But as for me, when they were sick, and when my clothing was sackcloth, I humbled my soul with fasting, and my prayer returned unto my own house in my bosom. and I have behaved myself as though he had been my friend or my brother. I bowed down heavily as one that mourneth for his mother. But in my adversity they rejoiced and gathered themselves together. Yea, the abjects gathered themselves together against me, and I knew it not. They did tear me and cease not. With hypocritical mockers and feasts, they gnashed upon me with their teeth. Lord, how long wilt I look on? Rescue my soul from their destructions, my darling from the lions. I will give thee thanks in the great congregation. I will praise thee among much people. Let not them that are mine enemies wrongfully rejoice over me. Neither let them wink with the eye that hate me without a cause. For they speak not peace, but they devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land. Yea, they opened their mouth wide against me and said, Aha, aha, our eyes have seen it. This thou hast seen, O Lord. Keep not silence, O Lord. Be not far from me. Stir up thyself and awake to my judgment, even unto my cause, my God and my Lord. Judge me, O Lord, my God, according to thy righteousness, and let them not rejoice over me. Let them not say in their hearts, Ah, so we have it. Let them not say, We have swallowed him up. Let them be ashamed and brought to confusion together that rejoice at my hurt. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor that magnify themselves against me. Let them shout for joy and be glad that favor my righteous cause. Yea, let them say continually, Let the Lord be magnified, which have pleasure in the prosperity of his servant. And my tongue shall speak of the righteousness and of the praise all the day long. Amen. Blessings to Ra, blessings to Jah, Jehovah Jireh, to Yahushua, to Yahuda, to Yahweh, to Goddess Yemaya. I lift ourselves up, I exalt thee. I lift you up, I exalt you. I bless the universe, okay? I hope that you can receive that message. I'm gonna speak on it a little bit more because I know I did go into it and basically was talking about how people come against you and you don't have a backbone and things like that, and how you need to speak into yourself affirmations during those type of times, because I know sometimes we strip ourselves and we give people more of a benefit than what they deserve, and sometimes we speak into ourselves things that are not true about others, and we want to believe that they're good for us and they're good to us, but that is not always the case. And so you have to be mindful of those things. Don't be foolish and overlook things that you know is repetitive in your life. You know that every time you let this person back in your life, or every time you run into this same type of person, even though it might have a different face but the same similar type of energy, you continue to let those type of energies back in your life, or you continue to walk with them, even though you know that the walk is a long journey and you know it's one that you don't even have time for, because if you're not choosing the right decisions, you're shortening your life. And so you have to be careful, because sometimes the blind lead the blind into ditches that they cannot get themselves out of. And who's going to be the one who lifts someone else up? Sometimes the blind that's with you might have a friend that's on the other side who's willing to lift them up, but they're going to keep you stuck down there and you can't figure out how you're going to get out. You don't know what you're going to do. You're going to try to decide that you're going to call on Jehovah, and maybe Jehovah is tired of hearing your cries. Every time he's there to save you, you always decide once you're out of that ditch that you're going to turn your back against Jehovah. You don't want to hear anything else that he has to say when he's speaking to you throughout your intuition. You deciding to walk the other way and make your own decisions and continue to walk with another blind man, and another blind man that's going to lead you to destruction eventually. So you need to throw out and dump out those cups that are filled with self-hate, that's filled with self-pity, that's filled with undecisive decisions, and make the right decision today. Choose to let go of those things that are not serving you, that are not there to help you. Choose to walk with those that may be different from you, but that have the right path and they're on the right road. Choose to go down that road that's going to continue you on your path, on the right path. Align yourself on the right path that's meant for you. And I know that I said earlier that everything that we go through, we're meant to be in that specific place at that time, because it's something that is meant for you to learn. For all things work together for your good, for the best good. And in Romans 8:28, and that is so true. And to me, it ties in with this saying that even though we choose to make the bad decisions and the people we choose to allow in our life, at that moment, they're meant for you to learn something from it. You learned something when you fell in that ditch with the blind man that got help out from another friend and that wasn't willing to help you, that those aren't the friends for you, that those aren't the people that you need to be around. If you were stuck in that by yourself, you're different from them. And you have to make a different decision. You have to choose on today to choose yourself and to open and unscale those eyes that have fish scales over them where you're blind and you can't see. Choose to decide to see today. Choose to decide to seek Jehovah and the right messages. Choose on today to have clarity. Choose on today to have peace within yourself. Okay, love on yourself and spread love around the world because it is needed, and at this time it is much needed. Okay, so just don't worry about it. Choose God, choose Jehovah. He's going to hear you. He's going to hear your cry out to him. He's listening. He's waiting for you. He's waiting for you to call on him. So call on him, okay? I promise you, you'll get a response. It may not always be when you want. And even if you call on me, call on Goddess Yemaya. Yeah, we'll be there. We might give you the things that you need, but we may not always give you the things that you want, but it's okay, okay? At least you'll have the things that's going to sustain you and that's going to help you on your journey and help you to get where you need to be. And with you putting in work yourself and also adding onto yourself, those blessings will be added onto you by 100-fold. So don't worry about the things that you want. The things that we want aren't always the things that we need, but as I'm saying, Jehovah, Yemaya, they will add those things into your life, the things that you need to be sustained so that you can keep going, to pull you out of the fire, to pull you out of the ditch, to grab you out of the flood so that you don't sink and drown, to keep you going, to help you swim past all of the waves that's meant to drown you and keep you confined and keep you lost and wondering how you're going to get out of that whirlwind. But there's something there waiting for you in the midst of it all. And all you have to do is pray, and all you have to do is be consistent with what you believe in and work on it. If it's a good thing, then work on it, build on it. Even if it's something that others may not understand and may not get why you're doing it or what you're doing it, who's called you to do it. It's none of their business who called you to do it. It's none of their business what the pact that's made between you and Jehovah. Once he come and hear your calling and decide, I have some message for you. I have something to tell you. That message is for you to get and for you to use and for you to keep striving along your path. So don't worry about other people being able to understand and deciphering it. You're going to be expanded. I heard that word, expand. I wanted to say it. So that's what's going to happen. You're going to be expanded, and you're going to find the things that you need along the right path that you take. So stop running away from it. Stop telling yourself that's not the thing for me, but I don't understand. I don't know how to fully do it. I don't know how I'm going to get it off the ground. Choose on today that you're going to start somewhere. Choose on today that you're going to allow people that may be a little bit different from you, but they may very well have the answers that you need. Okay, so stop seeking from people you've been around for years who still haven't helped you. You've confided in them and you told them your dreams and your goals, and they said, nah, that ain't the dream and the goal from you. It ain't been working out this whole time. It ain't gonna work out. But I'm here to tell you, the only reason why it ain't been working out is because those aren't the people for you. Those ain't the people that you're supposed to be around. So stop hanging around them. They naysayers. All they want to do is be crabs in the bucket and bring you down and go and tell your business that you telling them to the other one who don't even like you. They running back to your enemy. They sharing your business amongst each other, business they shouldn't even be speaking on, but you trusted them enough to tell them, and they decided that your trust wasn't enough for them. They didn't care about your loyalty. They didn't care about having loyalty to you. So forget them. It's time for you to roll out, and time for you to decide yourself that you're gonna make the decision for yourself. Stop hanging on to people that's not hanging on to you, because they may feel like what's over there, that the other friends that they hanging out with, those are better crowd of people. That's the grass is on the grass green on the other side, not knowing the whole time that You are the grass. You are the green grass that just need a little bit of water in, and you're going to help it to grow. You're going to help everybody that steps in that grass grow. But they don't want to choose you. They don't want to decide that you are the right one. And so you got to keep rolling, and you got to go against the tide, and you got to go and swim with the other fish that's not like you, because those really are the ones that are for you. Y'all all may look a little different, but y'all all meant to be together, and y'all all got something that if you put it together, it's gonna make that grass green. It's gonna make abundance around you. So choose to do something different. Choose to step out of your element, okay? Choose to vibrate higher. Choose to decide for yourself that you are the best option, okay? It don't matter if nobody rooting for you. You gotta root for yourself harder than anybody gonna root for you, because you are your best cheerleader. You are the loudest cheerleader. You are the one in your mind saying, yeah, I got this. I can do this. Yeah, this is me. This is for me, okay? The side is for you. Even if it don't make sense. But if you keep hearing it, you've been hearing it all these years, and you keep turning away from it. It was in your mind when you was a kid. Now it's back at the forefront of your mind, telling you, yeah, it's time. It's time for us to step out here and do this. Step out there and do that. Walk out there on faith. I know you heard those sayings before. That is the truest, it's one of the truest sayings that you've heard. Step out there on faith. Faith will get you very far. Even though you cannot see it, believing in yourself, believing in God, believing that it's going to come to pass when it's meant to come to pass. For all things will be added to you that is meant to be there, added unto you. God will not give you anything that you cannot hold on to and bear. God will not give you anything that's too powerful for you, that you're not strong enough to hold. He will not weigh you down. He's going to lift your burdens. So stop worrying if you're going to be able to take care of it. Stop worrying about if you're going to be able to manage it. You're going to be able to do it. You can do that and more. Stop letting people tell you you're not enough. Stop letting people tell you you crazy, that you the wacko. They the wacko. They the one who need to be checked in from letting their life sustain and be the same way it's been for years. They the ones that's the wacko for hanging around people who've been bringing them down this whole time. They can't seem to get out of their rut. They can't seem to figure out what's the next move to make. But you got in your mind that, okay, when I fell in that ditch, didn't nobody help me out but God. So now it's time for me to lift myself up. Now it's time for me to go. It's time for me to pack my things. And even if you don't pack a lot, even if you only pack enough, a toothbrush, some deodorant, a pair of drawers and underwear, or whatever it may be, and your bra and your, you know, whatever you need, that essentials, that bonnet, that scarf, whatever you need, you take your things, you take your children if you got children, and you leave, okay? And all of the answers that you need is within you. Stop questioning yourself. Stop allowing yourself to be in places you don't supposed to be and that you don't deserve to be because you didn't know better. Well, if you listening to this today, you know better now. You got some of the answers now. All you got to do is continue to build on this and to seek within yourself, as I keep mentioning. And you got this. Okay? You got this. I'm here to tell you. So I wanted to touch a little bit more on the topic about the grass not being greener on the other side, okay? Just like those people who leave us because they think that what they have in front of them is better than what they can understand that's behind them. And so they put things on a pedestal and they say, well, what I got in front of me, we just gonna work with and we're gonna see what happens. And even though sometimes the first thing that comes up isn't always the best thing for us, sometimes that's just a test runner to see how you gonna deal with it. Is you gonna be able to figure out the puzzle? Are you gonna be able to understand and decipher that this isn't the one, that this is just a tester? This is just something to get you in a swing of things, but that don't mean that it is it, okay? Just like, let's use the example of Willy Wonka, because that's coming up in my head when they was finding a golden ticket, right? And all of the little kids kept opening those candies, and the first one they opened, they thought that because it was their last money, that would be the golden ticket, right? But that was not the golden ticket. They kept having to open them. Even a little girl who was rich, her dad had to spend so much money, had the whole factory looking for one ticket within that whole factory. They could not find the ticket. They must have opened hundreds of thousands of pieces of candy to find that one golden ticket. And it was because the first one was not it. You had to keep looking within, look somewhere you couldn't see to finally find it. And that's how we are sometimes in life. We think that just because the first opportunity comes up, that that's the best opportunity for us, when that isn't the case. You have to look around sometimes, see what other options is back there, see what else is coming up, see if that might be the best thing for you. And a lot of the times it is. Don't judge things, judge a book by its cover, things that you don't understand, and say that it is not for you or it is not the right thing to do, because a lot of the times it is, okay? So be mindful of the decisions that you're making. Be mindful of the people that you're choosing to allow in your life. Some of them are just a test, and we have to take accountability when we go wrong by choosing to make something that's just meant to be a test become a full priority in our life, and we start hindering ourselves because it's not real. It was never meant to be real. It was just meant for you to learn how to figure it out and how to keep going past that. But you got stuck, a mental constraint on yourself. You allowed yourself to be held back by that tester. Don't allow yourself to be held back anymore. That test is over. It's been died out. You figured out the puzzle. Now go back. Go back if you need to and pick up the thing that you bypassed, because that is the thing that you were supposed to be working with and on. That is the thing that was going to take you further. What gloss isn't always the best thing to shine for you. It may shine and look good on what meets the eye, but it's really not, okay? Some of the things that are dull, they just need to be shined and refined, and those are the things that are meant for us. So some of the times, a lot of the times really, we have to work hard on things in order to get them to be at the point of where they're supposed to be. We have to put in that work. We can't assume that it's just gonna be there for us, that it's gonna be made whole for us, that we won't have to add some pieces to it. We won't have to put some different tools together and make it and screw something on differently, or unscrew something to tighten the bolt a little bit more better. You're gonna have to refine it. You're gonna have to make it be what you want it to be. And a lot of times we don't see those things as what we want them to be, because they're not completely fixed the way we want them to be fixed. Just like when we get toys as kids in a box and we got to put things together in order for us to use it. It's the same thing in life. A lot of the things that we need and won't be able to utilize and have in our life, make of use, are things that we have to help put together. We have to put ourselves together. When our mind is distorted, we have to rebuild that and put that back together. When our life is torn down, we have to rebuild that and put that back together. We cannot give up and say it's not worth it. Your life is worth it. The things around you are worth it. If they're there for a reason, okay? All things work together for our good. Even if they're turning out bad, they're for our good. They're meant to build us. Pressure make diamonds. You are a diamond. You're a gem. You are found in the soil. You've been rooted up. It's time for you to go and take all of your pebbles and your crystals that you can find, take some different things of the earth and the nature that you see around you, and get on your journey. You may not have money, but you have the things you need. Speak, 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 speak to yourself and the universe. Speak to Jehovah. Speak to Yemaya. It will be added onto you. But you have to know that. You have to know that it is going to be. You have to believe that with everything in you, despite what the naysayers are saying, despite what the blind is saying. They don't see, they don't understand, they don't have your vision. That is nothing you need to explain to them. You spend so much time explaining, you're never going to get on your right path. You spend so much time trying to get people to see your vision, you're never going to get to where you need to be. Start turning those wheels. Start making decisions, better decisions for yourself. Start being mindful and remembering that the grass is not greener on the other side. What you have in front of you, even if it's dull, you water it. You keep planting seeds there. Keep digging down to the root and starting over your foundation with better soil. It didn't work out the first time. It'll work out the next time. It don't work out that time. It's going to work out. You just keep trying. We wouldn't have a lot of the things we have in this world that you can realistically see if people who are the developers and the creators didn't keep trying, didn't mess up the master plan one time and then went over it. A lot of the streets, they weren't what they used to be. Now we have street lights that can protect us when we're crossing, that can protect us when it's meant for us to drive. We know when to stop, to go, to slow down. So you just gotta believe that you can keep going. When it going gets rough and tough, keep going. Keep striving. Know that it is yours. It belongs to you. Speaking into existence. This manifestation thing is real. You speak onto yourself the things that you want. Grasp it and hold it, okay? It is yours. It belongs to you. You've worked really, really hard to get to where you are now. Don't let anyone hold you back. Don't let people tell you that you don't deserve that it ain't good for you, that it's too good for you, that you're not smart enough, you're not wise enough, you ain't been through enough, you've been through too much, you've done too much. Who are they? Who are they? Have they been someone who's been cheering you on, or has they been someone that's been tearing you down? Who are they? What are they doing for you? Why are you here now listening to me? Why are you not taking their advice? You tired of their advice. You tired of listening to what they got to say. Choose yourself. You gonna bring down major towers. You gonna bring down so many things by just speaking your truth and standing in your truth and going your way. Stop needing a pack to run with in order for you to make the things that's meant for you work out. The things that are meant for you are not meant for others. As you were brought into this world by yourself, even if you were brought into this world with a twin or a triplet or whatever you want to say, octuplet, whatever you want to say, you still came out of your mom's womb by yourself. Okay? You don't need nobody else. When you go to wherever you gotta go, you're gonna be by yourself. When you're going down the right journey and down the right life path for yourself, it's gonna be by yourself. It's not gonna be those people. And maybe they might try to hang on, but I promise you the people are from the past not meant to be with you in your future. They're not gonna be there. Because they're not going to be able to stand with you through the long haul and root you on. Even some of the husband and wife